Today, we're diving into one of the most important ideas in all of cybersecurity, defense in depth. And we're going to break it all down using a really powerful analogy that's, well, it's been around for centuries, the classic, impenetrable fortress.
So let me ask you something. Imagine you had a priceless treasure. I mean, something truly irreplaceable. Would you just toss it in a room and lock the door? Probably not, right? You'd build something way more elaborate to keep it safe. And that simple idea, that's exactly what we're talking about today.
See, for any modern organization, that priceless treasure isn't gold or jewels. It's information. We're talking customer lists, secret formulas, financial records. This is the absolute lifeblood of a company, and you better believe protecting it is everything.
Okay, so how do we protect this modern-day treasure? Well, we use a strategy called defense in depth, and it all kicks off with one simple realization. A single wall, no matter how thick or how high, is never ever enough.
So what is it really? At its heart, defense in depth is all about using multiple security measures to protect everything an organization cares about. The key word here is multiple. This isn't about finding one perfect silver bullet. It's about layering different kinds of defenses, one on top of the other. Let's go back to our fortress. A single wall is, well, it's brittle. If an attacker finds just one weak spot, a single crack in the stone, it is game over. But if you have multiple layers, a moat, an outer wall, an inner wall, then a single breach is just a setback. The attacker is slowed down, they're forced to deal with more and more obstacles, and that makes the whole system so much more resilient.
So what exactly are these layers protecting? I mean, it's not just one thing. We're talking about the entire digital kingdom, from the people working inside the castle to the data, the crown jewels stored in the deepest, darkest vault.
A real defense in depth strategy. It covers the whole shebang. It starts with your people, protecting them from tricks like social engineering, where attackers try to manipulate them to just open the gates. It secures the physical hardware, the software running on it, the networks connecting everything, and all the endpoints, laptops, phones, you name it. And right at the center of it all, it protects the data itself. All right, so if we're going to build this digital fortress, what are our tools? What are the modern day versions of moats and watchtowers and all that? This is where the analogy gets really cool and practical. That big moat around the fortress, that's basically your firewall, controlling who and what gets to come in and out of your network. The watchtowers on the corners, those are your intrusion detection systems, always on the lookout for anything suspicious. The main gate and maybe some secret passages, those are like your secure gateways and VPNs, creating secret encrypted tunnels for safe access. And the guards walking the walls, yep, that's your antivirus software, actively hunting for bad guys that might already be inside. We've seen the what and the how, but let's take a step back and really look at the why. I mean, what is the ultimate goal of building such a complex, layered defense system? It really comes down to this: mitigating vulnerabilities and addressing threats. Because here's the truth: no single defense is perfect. Every system has potential weak spots. A multi-layered approach means that if one layer fails, or if some brand new, unseen threat pops up, there are other layers behind it ready to stop the attack. It's all about systematically lowering your risk. And this right here, this gets to the absolute core of why this strategy is so powerful. Think about the math. An attacker, they have to be successful at breaking through every single layer to win. But the defender, you only have to succeed at stopping them at one. That completely flips the odds in your favor. So the bottom line is this: the goal isn't to be 100% completely forever unhackable. That's probably not realistic. The real goal is to make the cost in time, money, and sheer effort so ridiculously high for an attacker that they just give up and go look for an easier target. You're not just building a wall, you're building a massive deterrent. And this brings us to one final, really crucial thought. This whole thing is a cat and mouse game that never ends. Attackers are always getting smarter, always developing new tools. So our digital fortresses can't be static. They can't just be built and forgotten. They have to evolve with new layers, smarter defenses, and more vigilant digital guards. The real question we're left with is, as the attackers get smarter, what will our digital fortresses have to look like next? Thanks for joining this Explain It.